What's going on, guys? Welcome back to hashtag GSM4GM here in WWE 2K24 MyGM Mode, Season 3, Episode 98. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. So we have this week, the next week of SmackDown booking, and then WrestleMania. WrestleMania, as I call it, 2006, our 6th Mania, since we started counting these Manias and cards as part of our WWE 2K canon. But nonetheless, on today's show, Becky Lynch in non-title action takes on Alexa Bliss. Her WrestleMania opponent, Becky's WrestleMania opponent that is, Rhea Ripley will address Becky Lynch afterward. Gunta and Finn Balor will join voices. What are they, the voice of the fucking voiceless? They will join forces to take on Damian Priest and Big E in tag team action. LA Knight has a bone to pick with Finn Balor. He will attempt to interfere, and they will have a match on next week's SmackDown. CM Punk and John Cena both failed in last week's triple threat #1 contenders match for the WWE title. They will agree to go 1-on-1 at WrestleMania in a special attraction match, first time ever here in WWE 2K. In MyGM Mode anyway, so that's what this segment will serve to set up. Charlotte Flair will take on Cora Jade in just regular action with Roxanne Perez getting involved, as it will be Charlotte and Roxanne 1-on-1 in a WrestleMania rematch 5 years later. And Roman Reigns will call out Solo Sikoa, who called out Roman last week, responding to his WrestleMania challenge and accepting and adding a stipulation, which I'm still not currently sure on what it's going to be. Probably last man standing, which is what Roman Reigns fought Jey Uso in 2 years ago at WrestleMania. And then our main event for the WWE Championship, you do not have to adjust your computer screens, phone screens, whatever. Jimmy Uso is indeed challenging for the WWE Championship. He beat Rollins on last week's episode. And even before that, though, he had been undefeated in singles competition for quite some time. So this is an earned opportunity. Shawn Michaels, Rollins' #1 contender to the WWE title at WrestleMania, will be getting involved or afterward or whatever. I already fixed the match to make sure that Jimmy Uso definitely will not walk out WWE champion, thank fucking God. So the match that we will be watching is Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch in non-title action, which we've done before here on SmackDown a couple of years ago. Never a full-fledged feud between the two, but we'll be watching that match as the rest of these matches have interference. So let's get right into it here. We are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Confirm booking. And we can just go ahead and watch our first match. Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Let's get into it. A match, like I said, that we have seen before here on SmackDown, that we may have even watched at some other point in the past here on hashtag GSM4GM, but never a full-fledged feud between the two. I know they were exchanging wins on SmackDown, I want to say 2 seasons ago, back in 2004, here in my 2K canon. May have been even 03, but I'm pretty sure it was 04. It was a while ago. Alexa Bliss has come and gone here on SmackDown, but she's yet to win gold of any kind. She will not be involved in WrestleMania, but she did have the opportunity to advance to WrestleMania in that triple threat match a couple of weeks ago. We did have her face Tiffany and Rhea, and the winner of that match will go on to face Becky at Mania. So I guess we're getting a taste of what that Mania match could have been with Becky and Alexa Bliss. Nice dropkick there from Alexa, who completely misses. Becky capitalizes. Drop down elbow.
Well, despite all of her accomplishments, Becky is
taking Alexa Bliss down, targeting the arm. Becky Lynch, a very rich WrestleMania history. I think she's been champion all year. Becky Lynch won the championship at last year's WrestleMania, and technically has never actually been beaten for a women's championship. Because the last reign that she had as women's champion, which would go all the way back, I want to say to 2002. It was either 2002 or 2003. We've done so many of these now, I kind of forget. But I think it was the second year's WrestleMania, because the first year's WrestleMania was definitely Charlotte and Roxanne, which we're actually getting a rematch of 5 years later at WrestleMania with the roles reversed. Roxanne heel, Charlotte face. I liked it a lot. Charlotte walked out that night the new WWE Women's Champion. And then she lost the championship a short while later to Becky Lynch, actually, a couple of months later. And then Becky Lynch walked into WrestleMania, beat Bianca Belair. They had a great match. And Becky was drafted off of SmackDown. She had to relinquish the championship. She got injured, whatever the story was that we kind of came up with. And she failed to regain that championship at every opportunity in the years that followed. She was drafted back to Raw, or SmackDown rather, in 2004. She came back to SmackDown. After leading WrestleMania 2002 as Women's Champion still by beating Bianca. And she failed at every opportunity. She had to beat a whole bunch of women, including Alexa Bliss, a while ago to regain the gold, and she finally won that belt back from Bayley, a woman that she actually previously faced at WrestleMania, I believe. Oh, nice diving splash there from Alexa Bliss. 2. Just a 2 count, though.
Just barely, but it counts.
And, yeah, Becky Lynch had to go through a familiar foe in Bayley to win back that belt in an Iron Woman match at WrestleMania 2005, exactly 1 year ago, and she emerged victorious. And since then, she has beaten Roxanne Perez twice to retain that championship, including Tiffany Stratton as well. And at WrestleMania, for the first time ever on pay-per-view here in hashtag GSM for GM mode, she's going to be facing Rhea Ripley, which I'm looking forward to. Nice leg drop there. Going for another leg drop, reverse leg drop this time. Got Bliss up on her shoulders, perhaps. No, Bliss slips out and just chips the knee. Blocks the knee of Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss looking for momentum of her own. Potentially, if she can beat Becky here tonight, maybe even earning herself a shot at that WWE Women's title coming into WrestleMania, if she ends up on SmackDown. Because after we wrap up WrestleMania here in 2K mode, we're moving on to 2K24, or 2K25. This is 2K24. We're going to be moving on to WWE 2K25 now. So, by the time this video goes up, I should have done a playthrough, a kind of test run of 2K25 here on the channel, so check that out if you haven't already. That should have been up yesterday. So we're going to be starting 2K25 GM mode. This is episode 98, so in a week and a half. We have episode 99 this coming Wednesday, and then episode 100 next weekend. Becky, nice arm drag there. 1. Just a 1 count. Episode 100 next Sunday, and then I think we're moving on to 2K25 GM mode, starting in early April, which I'm looking forward to.
Rolling next snap.
Nice competitive contest here between two of the finest in the SmackDown Women's division. Like I said, Alexa Bliss looking to make a major statement here tonight, as never having held a Women's Championship gold of any kind on SmackDown previously. I think Becky had, we haven't used the Women's Tag titles here. We haven't even used the Men's Tag titles because the roster isn't deep enough to tag titles. It just doesn't work. If I had more people on the roster, like in the old SBR games, if we were allowed like fucking 20 people and money wasn't a concern, then I would totally use the tag titles, but money is a concern, so I can't do that. Ooh, Alexa Bliss kick to the stomach of Becky Lynch. Just repeated shots here with punches and kicks. Holy shit. And again, knocking Becky off her feet. Speaking of the feet, she's dragging her now probably to the center of the ring. Looking for a cover. Oh, nope. Looking to stop the arm. Becky gets out of it. Punch to the gut. Sweeping the leg. Alexa Bliss moves out of the way and kicks Becky right in the fucking head. Holy shit. Alexa Bliss, top rope with the diving elbow. My God, connects. Oh, this great flurry of offense here from Alexa Bliss has Becky Lynch right where she wants her. She could put her away right here, right now. She's got her up for the DDT. And she connects with that snap DDT. She's got to get Becky back in the ring and pin her.
Whip back into the ring.
Throws Becky back in. And she's got the cover. She's got the cover. This could be it. 1, 2. Oh, and Becky Lynch kicks out at 2. It may have been too long for her to make that cover. She's got to hit another DDT to put Becky away. Oh, nice forearm smash there from Alexa Bliss. Laying her out with an execution-esque maneuver there from Alexa Bliss. Maybe now going for Twisted Bliss. This could be it. And she connects on to Becky Lynch. That's gotta be it. 2. Oh, and Becky again kicks out. Becky again powers out. Alexa Bliss clearly not happy. Oh my God. Just stomping Becky Lynch now.
And another just non Non-stop aggression. Lynch is losing
She's
command
got Becky's foot.
Lynch is being bewitched and bewildered by Bliss.
Oh, Becky, sweeping the leg. And Becky also wants to prove something to her WrestleMania opponent, Rhea Ripley, who has beaten Alexa Bliss before. She beat Alexa Bliss, she beat Tiffany Stratton in respective singles matches, and then she beat Alexa Bliss again in that triple threat match to become #1 contender a couple of weeks ago. So Becky wants to do what Rhea Ripley has done in beating Alexa Bliss. Oh!
Becky Lynch on the
Nice flurry of offense here of her own from Becky Lynch. Nice takedown kick there. Alexa Bliss covers Becky. This could be a fluke win. 2, 3, she got her. Alexa Bliss steals the win. She beats the champ.
Here is your winner.
That's a big win for Bliss. Wow. Big win for Alexa Bliss here on SmackDown, probably putting herself in line for a future title shot, probably coming out of WrestleMania. Big win for Bliss. She just barely rolled her up. That was a good match.
She outmatched Becky tonight. You happy?
Really, really good match before Becky could connect to that manhandle slam, and she wasn't even able to hit one. New feud. Interesting. Okay. Simulate this tag team match. The Intercontinental Championship match, by the way, which, Damian Priest and Big E win. We could say Damian Priest pinned Gunther. The Intercontinental Triple Threat, which we will be watching on next week's show, happens next week here on SmackDown.
1, 2, ring it.
Charlotte beats Cora Jade again, despite Roxanne Perez being in Charlotte's corner, or being in Cora's corner, rather. New feud. They've been feuding all year. And then, of course, the main event, which we fixed the match outcome for. Seth Rollins retains the WWE Championship. Amazing match. All right. Dragon Lee and Andre the Giant, by the way, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Good grief. Good fucking grief. Not bad. Our main event kind of saved us. We had a lot of 2.5s and 2.0s, but the main event being a 4.0 definitely helped. For sure. $181,000, by the way. Good shit. Good shit. St. Louis, Missouri. We don't have Randy Orton, though. MVP says I've had enough crap working at SmackDown. I'll fucking pay him, too, but it's like, Jesus Christ, MVP. You really haven't done much. I've given you opportunities, and you just keep losing. I gave him the bonus that he wanted to, a lot like Cora Jade, who fucking whined. Gunther appreciated the rematch that I gave him with Priest in that tag team match, which I guess does count. I feel like these games would be a lot better with six-mans and stuff like that. I feel like they would just make a lot more sense. So anyway, let's do our triple threat that I had promised previously. Gunther, Damian Priest, and Big E, who I was not going to involve in this match. It was only supposed to be Gunther and Priest originally, but Big E's had such an impressive last couple of months, you know, especially in the WWE title scene. It makes sense for him to be involved here. What is his popularity? It's 70. Gunther's is lower, actually, than them, and he's the champion. That's kind of interesting. So the Intercontinental Championship will be opening the show. We're going to do a backstage brawl with, who was I talking about here? Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels. We'll add a Stipperooski to that, by the way. Might be an Iron Man match. I might make that an Iron Man match. I'm not sure yet. I feel like that'd be fun. That's just a regular match. Backstage brawl. All right. Cena and Punk. Let's do that. Cena. Where's John Cena? Bronson Reed is able to be used tonight. We're going to use him against Roman and Jimmy, with interference from Solo. Boom. Big match there. Big match. We'll definitely watch that match. We will have, let's see. We'll have Roxanne call out Charlotte. I was going to do that last week. We'll have Becky call out Rhea. And LA Knight, right? Versus Finn Balor. And yeah, none of these other people are involved in Mania. I mean, Rhea and Charlotte are, but they're being called out. So I think that makes sense. Is there anything else we could do? Let's see. Change the role. We're not going to get away with that. We're actually going to be able to do this because we're doing a title match tonight and at Mania. The charity promo we've done. Yeah, we're not doing anything else. All right. I don't want to just like do fucking 3 special guest referee matches just because they told me to. You know what I mean? To do 10 Falls Count Anywhere matches is fucking excessive. I'm sorry. I'm not just here to win. I might end up buying the Coliseum thing just for the fuck of it. I might end up doing that, but I mean, I guess we could do it now, right? Because Mania, we're going to end up buying the arena for that. I just need enough money to be able to pay for it. Well, how much are like the stipulation matches? Iron Man is what? 15,000. That really costs like no money. Or maybe Hell in the Cell. We haven't done a Hell in the Cell in a while, so I might do that for Sean and Seth. I might do that instead. We've done a lot now. We've done a lot of Iron Man matches. And Last Man Standing 25. So you know what? It's not going to cost that much next week to book Mania. So we might as well just fucking chill out the money this week, right? The self-promo I'll give to MVP. Because why not? But when was the last time we saw MVP, by the way? Was it losing to CM Punk? Have we used MVP at all? Because if we haven't, it makes sense for that to be his last appearance, was at Survivor Series. I think it was, because we can't use MVP in the next game. We cannot draft MVP, so the fact that we're not doing anything with him kind of makes sense, actually. So let's get him out of there and put in Bronson Reed instead. Or Alexa Bliss, actually. She beat the champion last week, so I feel like that kind of makes sense. Cool. Alright. Power cards. Fixed match, always a good thing to have, I suppose. Although we don't really need it, do we? We don't really need a fixed match option. I mean, I can make sure Gunther retains the title, but I feel like that'd be dumb. Let's see. You know what, honestly, let's just fucking buy the Coliseum. We're here anyway, so, like, why not? We have $197,000 left over. What is there, like, did we sign everyone till the end of the season? Let's see. I think we signed everyone till the end of the season. Alright, we bought the Coliseum. We'll see what our final SmackDown looks like tonight inside of a Coliseum, I suppose. And we'll buy this for the fuck of it. Cool. Alright, so this is our last edition of SmackDown before WrestleMania coming up this Wednesday on hashtag GSM4GM. Seth Rollins takes on Shawn Michaels in a backstage brawl. Roxanne Perez calls out Charlotte Flair before their match at WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss addresses the audience after she beat Becky Lynch in non-title action last week. Becky will also address Rhea Ripley before their match at WrestleMania. LA Knight and Finn Balor will go one-on-one to settle their score. John Cena and CM Punk team up once again before their match at Mania to take on the Bloodlines, Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso, with Solo Sikoa getting involved. And then in the main event, as we will watch next week here on the show, Gunther defends the Intercontinental Championship that he has held hostage pretty much for the last year and a half, aside from that brief period in which he lost it to LA Knight. He defends it tonight against Damian Priest and Big E in what should be a great triple threat match. So we'll be watching that. on the show coming up this Wednesday. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video. All the support is greatly appreciated as we rapidly approach 2K25 GM mode coming up in about a week and a half. Until next time, folks, I'm Graham G. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.